Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please give a warm welcome to the host of the Happy Hour, Chris Laney Sr.
Hello, everyone. How we doing? We're not off to a great start, but here we are. So, hi, everybody. Welcome to the Happy Hour with Chris and Friends. I don't know if I'm going to have any friends tonight. I've lost all my friends, or my friends are busy. We are supposed to have a visit from Pete Johns. Where's Pete? But he thought he would be watching hockey. and watching his Golden Knights, and they got eliminated. So he's not doing that. So Pete may be elsewhere. So not sure. We're fitting to find out, as they say. But Pete is scheduled. Other than that, nobody on tap to join us tonight. Probably just be me. And as you saw, we started a little late. It's been one of those days. I was not feeling great this afternoon and thought pretty seriously about canceling, and then got feeling a little better and like, let's go, and nothing. So I had to reboot the computer, and on my Mac, because I got a lot of stuff running, and rebooting is a 15 to 20 minute process to get everything up and going again. So, but that solved the problem. As much as I love to blame everything on StreamYard, this was not a StreamYard issue. This was clearly something on my Mac. And given how hard I run this thing, it's not a surprise. I've got, hundreds of pages open from my book publishing stuff, and then I've got all my research tabs open, and etc. So anyway, but we're here, and we're going to be here until we're not. So let's say hi to a couple people in the chat. I see that our fantastic moderator from Down Under, Camellia, is here. Good to see you. And the Leelaverse, who often can't make the show, but is here live in person. So isn't that wonderful? Nice to see you. Miss Stephanie, another Down Under denizen. How are you doing? Yeah, it happens. We'll talk about that a little bit. I'm not going to do the old man whine about my stuff, but, just kind of get you up to speed. Dynamite Throw, how you doing? Good to see you, DT. And I think, did I miss anybody? I think I got everybody. Oh, no, I knew, yeah. Hubs is on dad duty, so we'll see Gary when we see him. But kind of his dinner hour and everything. My wife was so nice. She's been working really late because her company is growing through the roof, and she's the controller of the company, so lots of financial stuff to do. So she's been working till 7, 8 every night. And so tonight, I'll back up. She makes the best meatloaf on the planet. It is, until I met my wife, I thought meatloaf sucked. And then I learned that no, meatloaf is delicious when properly prepared. But tonight I went ahead and made meatloaf, and I've been watching her for years. And so it's still not quite as good as hers, but it was pretty good. And so she showed up and got in the car and goes, "Hey, I know you got your show. Dude, I'm tired. I'm not eating. Here's a pizza." Thanks. So we've got meatloaf and pizza, and it was pretty wonderful. So she brings home the bacon, and I bring home the bacon, and off we go. Hey, there's Huge Caldwell. How you doing, mozzarella? Good to see you. And yeah, just, I'm on a new medication. And you can see it was doing better for me earlier. I mean, my eye was actually not droopy like this earlier in the week, but it's just today seemingly is not working as well. And it has other side effects, which can cause, some of the not feeling well stuff. So as Hugh knows, it takes a while when you get on new medications for them to get the dosages and all that stuff dialed in. So that's what I'm just experiencing, a little bit of that. So no big deal, other than my eye was looking a lot better when I was on Lori's show last week, and tonight it's back to being fairly droopy. So I apologize that you have to look at that. Although I can see the chat a little better with these glasses on, my distance glasses. So that's a good thing. And anyway, Hugh has been sending little tidbits that he's been recording, and it's been sounding good. So nice to see Hugh back up and playing, and more importantly, nice to hear Hugh up and playing. I mean, Hugh was everywhere and then nowhere for a while because he just physically could not play. So it's great that he's back on track. And I will say this, the medication is, I was having some vocal trouble too, and it's helped me in that regard. So that part is better. And I've only been on it a week. So, it's not miraculous. We'll see. I go in another couple weeks and we'll see how we do and if they need to adjust the dosage and such. So, yeah. Yeah, it is. It is amazing to hear Hugh's little bits and bobs. I'm thinking about sending him something and going, hey, how about some bits and bobs on this? You have a Telecaster, do you not, Hugh? Or either a Tele or a Jaguar. I know you have one of those kind of Fenders. I got something. I'm kind of looking for that Fender sound more than I can do, so I'll get with you, bro. Yeah, that's good to hear. So this week, what has happened? Well, a couple things. I gotta find it. Yeah, and this is where having all these windows open is really a challenge because I gotta find all the right windows. But Jade had one of her How to App programs on, and it was amazing. And I'm looking for it right now because it was, I can't remember what the thing was called, and I've got to call it up because I want to do it right. But it's a plug-in, and Jade may be listening. And if so, I wonder if Jade can explain to me why the hell there is such a difference between what the apps cost on the iOS and the iPad, like she and Leela uses, versus what they charge desktop guys like me for the app. And if I remember correctly, she said this app is like $20 on iOS. 137 on the desktop. So that's a considerable difference, I would like to say. Seems like to me. And there may be a very good, very logical reason why that is the case. But gol darn, that's a lot. So I'm curious as to if Jade's around or if anybody knows why all the difference between those friggin' two operating systems. Jade has so much content, and I apologize. It is there's a lot. There it is. Okay. So I just called it up real quick. But the app is called Rock Dude. And I'll play a little bit of it here in a second. I want to get to the part. Okay. Yeah, here we go. All right. I've queued it up at the proper place. I'm going to share the screen here. And we'll play a little bit of Jade's program. If you haven't seen it, because this is muy importante. Hey, Beard King Picker, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. Dimebag, saying hi to everybody real quick that I missed while I was floating around. Hey, David, Live to Fly Channel, good to see you, man. All right, so here is a little bit of the program that Jade had, and I just want you to listen to this, and then I'll tell you why it's important to me.
And widely used in legendary 1980s studio sessions. It is available on the iOS App Store for $19.99. It works for all iOS devices. It's also available on desktop for $137. Yet again, another reason to love iOS. Now let's have a listen to it in action.
that off. And if you didn't recognize that sound and that tone, that is the famous Rockman sound that Tom Schultz invented. And I don't know how many of you guys out there who were guitarists had one. I had a Rockman, the original model, and I played it literally for decades until it finally died, and it just did not work anymore. It couldn't get repaired. Nobody would touch it. But I loved that sound. And MRX owns the rights they bought Schultz's company, basically. And so they just this last year put out the pedal. And it's called the X100 pedal. And it's got that sound, but it doesn't have the chorusing, which was a big part of the Rockman sound that I really loved. For whatever reason, that part of it's not built in, or the little delay part. So, and it's almost $300. And so I was really trying to talk myself into getting one. And then Jade comes up and shows me this plug-in. $137, still not cheap, but man, what a killer sound. And, you know, I have Tone Bridge, I have a lot of those things, but none of them have ever really replicated that sound. I mean, I spent hundreds of hours playing my guitar and my bass, believe it or not, through it. So that sound is like ingrained, and I'm always looking to try and have some of that in my stuff, because it just speaks to me. So I was very excited when Jade had this show and showed the Rock Dude 1000. And I'm going to have to save my pesos and get me one of those. But hey, Dan Anderson, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Hope you are well, my friend. And UK Chris, hello, covered by CQ. How you doing? Good to see you. So that's my little take on that. I really would like to acquire that thing and put that on some of my music, because I love that guitar sound. And Tone Bridge has some Boston settings and everything, but they're not it. They're close, but they're not it. All right. Well, there's my little guitar tone thing. And Q answered my question about he's got tellies and strats, and yeah. Here's what I'm thinking, Hugh, because I love the slide work you did, the dobro on Kentucky Girl. But man, to me, it seems like it needs a few more country licks, that clean telly country lick sound. And so I'm going to send you the track again, and I want you to play around with it and just see what you can come up with, man. Because, you know, what you did was great, and I think there's more that can be done. The track just still seems not quite there to me. So, all right. Well, that was the one thing. I am in the middle of a big book publishing project, so I'm not getting to as many shows as I normally do, and that'll be true until the end of the month. So, I did catch Jade's Walk With Me, and this was, in fact, a Walk With Me. The one she had done the week before was a Ride Your Bike With Me, which is cool. But this one was, went to the art museum there and went to the library, and man, the architecture was so cool. And I don't know, look, I'm never going to get to Melbourne, I don't think. So her little travelogues they're very entertaining to watch, and she goes to cool places, and I'm digging it. So, all right, hey, there's Coldacre weighing in. Yeah, that would make some sense. Yeah, true story. Well, yeah, but I mean, the price disparity between all of them is just, some of them, it's pretty significant. I mean, some of the iOS apps are just peanuts. And then you try and buy the comparable desktop version. It's like, dude, screw that. It's just too much money for what you get. And There must be something to that, Coldacre, because there are any number of apps or plugins that you can get for iOS that there is just no desktop version. They don't do it for whatever reason. Very, very rarely do I think it goes the other way, where you have a desktop plugin and it's not available in iOS. It may happen, but I don't see that very often. But hey, speaking of plugins, there he is, the Mix Club. Hey, Rhett, what's going on? I gotta hit Red up and figure out how he does all the supplemental YouTube accounts that he has, because he can come into the chat under any number of names, and I have occasion to want to maybe try that here recently. And again, I'm not trying to hide anything. It's just I want to do it as a joke and something that I think is funny. But anyway. But what I don't want to do is screw up my real YouTube account, because I had that, I don't know, about 2 years ago, where I was having some computer issues. And man, I could not get into my account, and I had to change passwords, and I had a hard time getting back into my account. So I don't want to run the risk of screwing anything up. But anyway, okay. Well, see, that's why I throw these things out there, because I know somebody knows the answer. And Coldacre's like me, he's a desktop guy. So I appreciate you being here and setting the record straight. Damn you. Here, while I've got people in, I have been playing with the volume on my channel here a little bit, because my output has been considerably under, like when I've done some of the live shows and playing with other people, like you can't hear me talk. And when I play, my volume is lower than everybody else's. So I went in and did some things under the hood, which hopefully is putting out a little better signal than normal. If nobody else comes on as a guest, then we won't have anything to compare A to B to. But that is kind of, I've noticed it for the last couple of weeks, and it's been a little bit frustrating. So I tried some things, and hopefully we'll see if they don't improve things. Although I do not know. Yeah, that Dogpaw guy, greatest guitar player that ever lived, I think. And it's sad that he's dead, because, he will be greatly missed. Yeah, I need another Juan to come on. Yeah, if Juan would come on, that would be great. Then we could compare Juan volume to another. See what I did there? Anyway, who said that? I don't know. Somebody who's probably on drugs. Yeah. See you guys and your supplemental accounts. It would be nice if I had one for the sole purpose of, getting on and subbing somebody who's like one or two away from a goal. And I know some people have multiple accounts, and I just don't. And every once in a while, I wished I had one to go, give them the one, put them over the edge. But that's right. Damn druggies. Leave these guys. No one you would know, Rhett. It doesn't matter. All right. And I was talking about shows. I talked about Jade's show a little bit. That's pretty much. I did catch Leela's replay on from the guitar, her guitar and her vocal session from, I guess it was Wednesday, right? Yeah. Which, speaking of technical difficulty, she was having some too. And so her setup was not working the way it was supposed to. It worked for Flower Fest, thank goodness. Yeah, it's been kind of on the fritz ever since. So she was not able to play guitar and like she usually does, but she sang with the tracks, and she has such a great voice that it was very entertaining. I was listening to that while I was resting my eyes earlier this afternoon and hanging out with the cats for a little bit. So that was my afternoon listen party. It wasn't a watch party because, again, I'm supposed to give my eyes a 15-minute break a couple times a day. So that's what I did this afternoon. Wow. Yeah. So it's the USB powered hubs that are giving you trouble. Because some of those things are a pain in the ass. Yeah, kind of exactly like that, Dogpaw. Exactly, Doc. Again, it's nice to be able to get your friends that one or two that they need. And just because, it's still a real account as far as YouTube is concerned, and then it'll stick. Should I post this? I don't know. It's hey, you guys know the show, and you guys know Red, so yeah, why not? Yeah, those kind of tech things are quite frustrating. But if something works intermittently that's electronic, at the end of the day, you just need to get rid of the damn thing because it will leave you hanging when you need it most. I finally taught Dom to quit because he'd get a bad guitar cable or a bad mic cable or something, and then he'd jack around with it, and then it'd work a little bit, and then he'd get one and he'd plug the new one in, but he'd keep the old one. It's like, cut the son of a bitch in half. If it's not working or it works intermittently, it's going to. And after he got hosed about the third or fourth time, he finally believed me and started doing that. But that was my rule back when we were touring. If you get a bad cable, if you know it's the end, you cut the end off and you put a new end on it. But if it's somewhere in the cable, cut the cable in half, save the ends, and throw the rest of it away because it will just leave you feeling stupid and soundless. Yeah, well, if you can get a new one and, the other one worked for you, that's the way to go. But yeah, electronics, they'll get, because they're done by robots, and sometimes they get just bad solder joints. And they're almost impossible to track down, and they're not worth the trouble, frankly. Yeah, Apple doesn't want us to do a lot of things. My to do this show, to route the sound, I've got to use a plug-in because the internal routing in Macs, when it works friggin' fantastic, but getting the chain to work is beyond me. And yeah, exactly. Just throw it. Yeah, I love my wirelesses back in the day, and I'm thinking about getting another one just for no other reason, to get me from the. You can't see, but my amp is right here, and then I'm here, so it's 2 feet or so, but then I've got a cord that I'm stepping on and everything. So I've been looking at some of those. Budget wireless, which is probably all I need because I'm not going to be moving around a lot, so it doesn't have to have all the fancy live stage crap that those wirelesses need. And as much as I love those back in the day, man, they sucked batteries like nobody's business. They just, a brand new 9-volt battery would put out 9.8 volts. And man, those things got to be 8, 9, or right at 9, and the wireless, they just quit working. And again, now I'm talking 30 years ago. The tech is a little bit better. Okay. Yeah, so you're basically welding the cable inside. I was on the road with myself and my buddies. It was nobody that anybody's ever heard of. Trust me on that. We were like a lot of, fledgling bands. We went out for a while and nobody cared. After a while, we quit doing it and got real jobs. And I did get the opportunity to roadie with some people that you would know, and that was kind of fun. But again, I didn't do it for a very long period of time. Hey, Val Kimber, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you, Val. Matching tubes and yeah, exactly. You can go down the road on that kind of stuff a long way. Yeah, well, again, it puts enough, there's enough resistance there that it heats up and kind of solves the connection a little bit. But yeah, for internal electronics, you don't want to let the smoke out. That does not work well. Yeah. All right. I thought I saw somebody else new. Well, again, I don't have a big agenda tonight. I just thought I'd hang out for a while and, play some music like I usually do and chat with y'all a little bit. Lament because next month's my birthday. So if anybody wants to send me a gift, not going to say no. But I was going to buy myself a new Mac for my birthday because I need one. I need one for work and for doing this. But unfortunately, that 72-year-old man who blew through the red light and wiped out my car, between, the insurance settlement, and I did collect the deductible from his company because they admitted fault because the cops saw him do it. But still ended up some money out of pocket that I was hoping to spend for the Mac and had to do it for the car instead. So I don't know when I'm getting a new Mac. It probably won't be until this fall. And I'm hoping that the new Mac is just going to give me a little more flexibility, solve my little particular sound issue, because it's a 2017 Mac and it's built. But I run the shit out of it, and I've run the shit out of it since 2017. And at some point, Macs get tired too. I can still put the latest software on it, so that's good. But with the M chips coming out and everything, I'm living on borrowed time with this machine, and that's the reality. So hoping to do something a little better this fall, and who knows, maybe if I can get a big book project done in the next couple months, then maybe I'll have a little extra scratch and I can do that. Well, that would be fun. Now, I will say, it's because it's not about me, because it's May, and it's Hugh birthday. Hugh Caldwell's birthday month. Laura's made a whole month out of it, but this Friday, tomorrow, is the official Celebrate Hugh Caldwell's birthday show. So if you know Hugh and you want to go on and say hi, happy birthday, all you got to do is send Lori an email, and she'll send you the link, and she's going to rotate people in and out, so they can come on and say happy birthday to Hugh, sing him a song, whatever. So that's happening tomorrow night on Lori Mishmash's channel. So don't miss that, because this is the month of Hugh. Hugh's never had the proper birthday party, and Lori and some of the rest of us felt kind of bad about that. I'm like, well, we're going to see what we can do to give him a good, proper You Matter birthday. My birthday is, I barbecue a bunch of meat and have a couple of drinks of whiskey with family and friends, and I have a great party. So it's just an excuse to have a party out on my deck, frankly. Yeah, well, I get it. Hey, Shelly, how you doing? Yeah, I don't know when that's going to happen. Yeah, I love all my equipment except this damn hub. And that's the thing. There's always one part of the signal chain that is the weakest link, and I guess it's your hub. Yeah, well, trust me, Goldie, as soon as I can afford to do so, that's exactly what's going to happen, because this Mac has served me really well. But, it's a much longer shelf life than your average PC, but it still has a shelf life. Apples are great for you. Fiber, and you get work done. All right. Blah, 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 blah. Now, what is this thing running? Yeah, it's running Ventura 13.7.1. I have not upgraded past that right now because, again, I'm in the middle of a book project, and I know from years and years of experience, upgrading the software system in the middle of a critical deadline is a very poor idea, and I don't do it. I'll do it after this book goes to the printer. Oh, it's the 20th. It's not this Friday? Oh, did I lie to everybody? Well, I do that. Well, I guess I should pay more attention to her. I thought that's what she said last week, but it's not like I really listened to her. Oh, yeah, because today's only the 15th. No, you're right, Hugh. I'm a week in the future. So, yeah, Hugh is right. It's on the 23rd. I just was in the wrong week. No, it's because you smell like spoiled milk, and I think that's why they're swarming you. Yeah, that was taken care of for me on the last time I had a massive computer crash and had to wipe my drive. And then I had to reinstall things. And as I went through, there was a lot of stuff that I went, you know what? I don't ever use this. I'm not reinstalling it. So, sometimes that can be helpful. Yeah, you know what? When eating depends on meeting deadline, yeah. I've been running Macintoshes for a very, very long time, so learn via bitter experience. In the old days, it would be the fonts that would screw you. They would do an update, and all of a sudden, the fonts wouldn't work. Well, when you're doing typography and typesetting on the desktop, that's death, man. So, yeah. Never do it more than I have to. Yeah, I mean, some people are all, I don't like Apple, and that's fine. I mean, I give Bill Gates as little money as I can get away with because I think he's a bozo. But, stuff that works, right? And in my business, Macs work. Macs have always worked. That's what you use. End of story. Nothing else to talk about. So, and it's not, and I'm not one of those nerds that, Apple is the best ever. Apple has made a lot of crap over the years. Apple is certainly thinks very highly of themselves price-wise on some of their products, and so I'm no Apple apologist. But again, it's a tool that I use that works for me, and that's why I like it. If it ever stopped working for me, out it goes, I'll get something else. Okay. I don't know what that means. Ooh, shots fired. You guys be nice. Be nice in the chat. You guys know what happens when people aren't nice. There's some people who are no longer allowed to watch this show because they just couldn't behave themselves. That's a little rare, but we've had 2. Which ain't bad, considering the show's been going for over 2 years. 2 bozos is not a bad track record. All right. I wanted to play, I've got, like I always do, a couple songs that I stumble upon during the week that I think are good. And found this one. And I don't know how old it is. I think it's something fairly new from Jerry. But I really like this one. And this is from somebody Hugh Caldwell has worked with a number of times, Jerry Gomes. And this is a song called To America.
One dream fades away, it all cascades. Just one moment, far away, across the waves. No words to offer me, no place to offer peace. One dream, far away, America. Do you remember before the wars, when the country gave you nothing to die or live for, and the hunger
right. That was Jerry Gomes. That album was from 1986. Damn near 40 years ago. Sounds great. Man, I loved it. And it's really cool that some people in the community like Jerry, have that old stuff in their catalog and they're resharing it, and, it's getting a new listen. I mean, that was pretty amazing. Yeah, and that's, man, you could hear that analog warmth of tape. Tape had some things going for it. It was, working with it is a pain in the ass, but it does have a quality to it that's pretty cool. And that was really cool. Good stuff. I am eternally grateful that none of my crap from 30 and 40 years ago exists, because it was exactly that. There is nothing from that period of time that I did that I would want anyone to hear for any reason. Not even for the comedy value. I mean, it was, yeah. Those tapes, my tapes, are long gone. Thank goodness. Oh, rats. I got married in '89. That's worked out pretty good for me. Still with Miss K, so that one was all right. But yeah, music of the '80s, kind of a little up and down. Yeah, Jerry's still doing good stuff. Now he's just an older, more mature gentleman like all the rest of us. Yeah, well, some of my, yeah. We won't go down that road. Anyway. I did see Poison Whales join the chat. Welcome. Good to see you, man. Put in the chat, you did a song that was basically you and an acoustic guitar, and I can't remember where I saw it, heard it. I don't know if it was on Pete John's show, if it was on Chad's or whatever, but I commented that I really, really liked it. Give me the title of that one, Poison, because I'd like to play that one tonight, but I don't remember what the title of it was. And but I've got your channel, and so put that in the chat when you get a second. Don't put that in the chat. Keep your balls out of the chat. Oh, are we going to compare marriages? Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm still on marriage number 1, but I feel like other people have gotten ahead of me in that regard. But I still have all my stuff, so there's that. Although there's some of the stuff that maybe had I lost in a divorce, that would have been a good thing. I don't know. There you go. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we're as on the opposite side of the world, everything's shifting. They're going into winter. Coldy was complaining and not unjustified at how hot it was this summer, and he was dying. But now they're moving into winter, and we're spring moving into summer. So good stuff. Yeah, I realize I'm not giving you much to work with. But I don't know. It was just, even for you, it was a little different. And I commented I really liked it. So if you're, give me one you think is the one, and I'll go with that. And then I'll play it and go, no, that wasn't it. Or I'll go, yep, that was it. But it was, it wouldn't have been your latest that you put out 7 hours ago. And I'm not sure it was the one that you did a week ago. I think it was a little older than that, but not by much. And it could have been the one from a week ago. So, anywho, what's everybody's plans for going forward? Coldy's already in the weekend because he's in the future. So he is I presume, off work at this point and hanging with us and has started his weekend. I don't have any big plans. I probably, on the 23rd, I'll be on for sure to say hi to Hugh and happy birthday and all that kind of stuff. Tomorrow is a big 50s themed program on Lori's Mishmash. And I'm leaning towards I probably won't be on tomorrow night. I've got work. And B, I've got some recording work that I need to do. And C, I've got 3 videos that I stinking need to finish and put them out there. The songs have been done forever. And haven't gotten the damn videos done. So I need to get after that. So I will probably avail myself time-wise tomorrow night and listen to Lori's show and do that instead. But we've got the usual cast of characters. And I haven't seen him in the chat, so I don't know what he's doing. But how about that friggin' pole vault guy? I believe that dude has a heart attack in the hospital, surgery. 3 days later, he's doing his show on last Friday night. You believe that? And it gets thrown around all the time. Don't mess with Texas. Guys like pole vault, that's why you don't mess with Texas. That is tough shit right there. And so I'm sure he and Sunshine will be on tomorrow night, and their show is always a lot of fun. I'd love to. That's my check in and crack jokes while I'm cooking show. Yeah, that is an understatement of all time, Val. That's crazy. And I'm not sure. I think he may have some more work to do. He's been texting me off and on. He just says the being told dead stop, you're not smoking anymore, has been really hard. And any of you guys who smoke, you know how it is. You know, it's those of you who have smoked and quit smoking, and I know some people have, you know, you got to make up your mind and all that kind of stuff. And there's usually a ramp up to it. And it was like, well, dude, you just had a major heart attack. We had to do surgery on you. You're done smoking. Like now. And he said, that's been a little challenging. And of course, they got him on 57 drugs. And I know that drill. And yet there are so many old fools out there. Apparently they never did. Yeah, with age should come wisdom. But again, there's a whole lot of old fools running around. And there's a few exceptional young people who are pretty put together. But yeah, usually you have to figure it out the hard way. I know I certainly did. And it's a little bit debatable that I've still figured it out. $116th. Probably pretty close to that. My mother is down in Tucson, Arizona at her late brother's house, starting to, you know, get this estate settled and all that kind of stuff. And she said it was already over 100 down there, and it's May. So it gets really toasty down that neck of the woods. Yeah. Well, they want your stint to actually work, and yeah, I guess that's what Pole Vault was saying. He said they got me on so many drugs it ain't even funny. And I made this comment to him. We're of an age that we're on drugs, not by choice, and none of them are that fun. But here we are. Hey, there's Zach Thong. What's going on, man? How you doing, Zach? He's probably watching hockey. I've not watched since the Avs lost that Game 7. Just done with it. I'll probably watch the finals, but let that get sorted out. I have no idea. I know Edmonton finally knocked off Vegas, which is why Pete was probably going to phone in from a bar watching the game. But he may be like me. He may be in a deep depression, and that's why he's not going to be here tonight. I have no idea what's going on in the East. I know Toronto has not gotten bounced out of the playoffs yet, but the playoffs ain't over. Oh yeah, Palm Springs is toasty. Toasty, toasty, toasty. Well, I lived in Salt Lake City, which is desert. The Great Salt Lake, yeah. And it's pretty warm there. Hey, Brian, how you doing? If you're over in the Dom Fathers channel, you'll be lonely because, yeah, we're in my channel tonight. I should put up the banner. I forgot. Yeah, as usual, we're here. But thanks for joining us. Good to see you. Yeah, well, meds have their purposes. But like everything, you're not wrong about the statins. They can be, for many people, they can do more harm than good. In looking into it, and I don't need any of that stuff. I need to have better vision, and they're working on it. But yeah, like everything, there are trade-offs. Hoping I'll be able to see better, but you know what? Needless to say, hate the Dallas Stars. Hate them with a passion. But they need to put the Jets out of their misery. I don't understand how you can be a Vezina winning goalie and everything and go into the playoffs and suck so bad. And Hellebuck cost the U.S. in the Four Nations tour. So screw that guy. The U.S. better start Ottinger next time because he's a much better goalie. So yeah, just put the damn Jets out of their misery. And then if Edmonton puts Dallas out of their misery, I guess I'm okay with that. Now, I am with you on this, Miss Stephanie. I live a mile high above sea level. We don't really do humidity here. I hate it. My hair goes nuts. I can't breathe. Hate it. Hate humidity. We were looking, my wife and I are getting towards the age where we can consider retirement. And it would be really smart for us to move to Florida for retirement because the housing is much cheaper. The state doesn't have income tax, et cetera, et cetera. But the bugs and the humidity, nope. Rather be here and dry and poor. Thank you very much. So, yeah, don't do humidity. Not a fan of it. I think I'm behind. Hey, Sal, how you doing? Welcome. Good to see you. Yeah. Pretty much you can always plan on, if you see Dom's channel, that's great, but jump on over here because this is where everybody's going to be. Very, very rare we do. Now, obviously, for Dom's Sunday Slide, we're on Dom's channel. We play it on mine as well, but the chat's happening on Dom's channel. So, and I guess I should point out, I will be substitute Dom on the Sunday Slide on the 20, whatever that is. I think it's the 25th. Let me look at the calendar. Yeah, Dom's taking the family Yeah, 25th. Dom is taking the family up to their place in Pennsylvania for Memorial Day, and I'm going to be sitting here, and so I'll be playing Sunday. So I'll be doing a live set like Dom does on Sunday, but it won't be Dom, it'll be me. So there you go. Yeah, I don't even know what that series is. I have not been. I followed it in the first round, and I've just lost track of the East Coast guys. I was kind of pulling for Montreal. I was hoping they would, but nah, they didn't have it. But they're getting better. Yeah, you know what, Rhett? At our age, I don't think I just slough that shit off. I think you have continued to feel not well, get your ass in, have somebody look at it. All right, how far behind am I? Yeah, isn't that weird when you get a random one and you go, who are these people? How do I know them? Or graduation ones. Hey, little Miss Julie is graduating high school. I'm like, who the hell is this? Do I know these people? I don't know. I think they just pull it off a list every once in a while. Yeah, that's not a bad strategy. Where is everybody? Look at the view counter. Yeah, I agree with that sentiment exactly. I woke up this morning. That's good. The day could even get better from that, and you never know. Again, I was very happy to get an email yesterday saying, "Hey, we got $1,000 deductible from the other insurance company. We're sending you the money." Like, thanks. Appreciate it, moron. Yeah, I mean, again, let's not for nothing at our age. Getting up is a good start. We can go from there. All right, I'm going to see if I can't find. I'm going to find that. Well, actually, what I'm going to do this is I'm going to, while I look for a Poison Whale song that I wanted to play, give you a little taste of Flower Fest. I'm going through it. Obviously, I missed it. Just being able to play it, couldn't listen to it live, but I've been listening to everybody that played, and man, some awfully good performances. Leela was killer good closing the show. And this guy's my buddy. He's played on a couple of my things, and everybody loves Mike Molino. So let's hear Mike Molino's first song from Flower Fest.
Mike, what's up?
Hello, everyone.
I love how calm, cool, and collected your energy is right now.
Oh,
you're just gonna deliver it. I can tell.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Right
It's gonna
on.
be good. So, G, thank you for having me on as always. Thank you, chat, for being here. And welcome to Flower Fest. an empty plate. Turn each stone inside the chase, yeah. My tune is such a lonely sound. False hope was strong before they found me. Not sure this is my saving grace. I'll be right back, so save my place. Just thought I'd step aside and meet different faces down the line before I settle for you. Yeah, what have I done? Now what have I done? I took the seat and crossed an angel with the devil's son. Found a fix in ecstasy. My tongue is sore and I can't breathe. Like stopping on a dime, I'm gonna make the spirit fly. Trail back, then follow close behind. Free as a child swinging from this divine tree. Further than you ever thought I'd be, yeah. On my knees in the desert planting angel seeds. Never get it, why don't you give it up? You know, with all that I've done, whatever I become, not gonna give it up. This dream of mine has just begun. I'm not thinking about tomorrow, denying what I do today. God help the skeptics, now believers, anyone that stands in the way. I'm not thinking about tomorrow, denying what I do today. Parched with a sand-filled mouth when they finally found me. Further than you ever thought I'd be, yeah. You'd better leave before the devil catches wind of my scheme. Desert planting angel seeds. I said leave before the devil catches me.
And that was, what, almost 30 seconds? Jesus, Lane. Et tu, Mute? Yeah. Doggone it. Well, here's what I was saying. I really like Mike Molino. That's one of his new original songs. Dig that one. Flower Fest was fantastic. If you guys haven't checked out the replay, lots of great performances. From the first, Brad Example started the show. Then you had New Emotion, Soul, and Leela ended it. And everyone in between, Domfather was particularly good. Just great performance from everybody. Check him out. And Camp Gmail has announced he's doing 2 more festivals this year. He's going to do a summer one, and I think he's going to call it Summerfest, and then a blues fest in the fall. So I am planning on playing both. I got to check my calendar. We'll see when he sets the dates. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I'm planning on playing if at all I can. So anyway, that is what I know about that. And I think that's all that I said while I was muted. I didn't disparage anybody in the chat when I was muted. Hey, Lori's Mishmash, what's going on? Shared oot. I appreciate you sharing that oot in a boot, as our fine Canadian friends would say. Yeah, that cat is a little treat whore, and you are playing right into her hands. I will say, and it's saving me a couple bucks, both my new rescue cats, neither one of them like Temptation's treats. They're the only cats that I've ever heard of that are not addicted to that cat cocaine. So that's good, because that shit is expensive. Now, they're good eaters, and they eat wet food, and they're eating me out of house and home with that. But at least they're not doing the Temptation treats as well. So that's a good thing. And the boys have been allowed here in the office/studio with more frequency. You know, the little test is, do they look at the guitars? Do they think about rubbing on the guitars or scratching the guitars or anything? None of that. They want to climb on the shelves above my head, but they don't care about the guitars. So they are in on a limited basis anymore. And probably at some point you'll hear them banging against the door because they want to be fed this night. But, hey, let us know when that is, Mixed Club, so I can throw my computer in the trash. Thanks. Well, okay. Well, that's probably good. Yeah, I definitely, the cats have got me pretty well trained in a lot of ways. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not that I'm opposed to nudity, but it needs to be good nudity, tasteful nudity. None of those words apply to red. Yeah. Oh, Hippie and his test streams. Trying to figure out what he's up to. And I always see him that he's doing it after the fact. I'm just not getting the notifications when he's doing it for whatever reason. Used to get them, so I don't know. YouTube lost the connection, I guess. Because I'm still subbed, so I don't know. There he is. Gary Michael May McGill the third, G-May himself. How you doing? Good to see you. We were just throwing your name about and complimenting your program, Flower Fest, and the wonderful performances contained therein. And promote a little bit, and I know you put something on the air here, but the Summer Fest and the Blues Fest. So if anybody is got a hankering to play those, get a hold of Gary and say, hey, Gary, I'd like to play. And he will hook you up, because that's what he does. There he is. The other guy. See, we talk about people and they show up. There's the other guy we were talking about earlier. Man, you are one tough mofo. Heart attack. 3 days later, you're doing your show. Respect, Mr. Vault. Well done. Hope you're continuing to feel better. And hoping the worst of the Smoking Jones is starting to dissipate a little bit. Well, in fairness, right, you kind of set yourself up for it. You know, you can't groove one over the plate like that and not expect people to take hacks at it. That's just, you know, that's how that works. All right. So yes, give us an update as to your condition, leaving out no details, Pole Vault. But hopefully you're feeling at least on the mend, feeling a little bit better, a little better energy. How can you not have heard "You're an American" groove over the plate? That is a common sports expression. So, that's right, American. And I don't give a damn about baseball. I haven't cared about baseball in many, many years, but, you know, I played it, coached it, umpired it. And that's what you do. If you groove it over the plate, people are going to take hacks at it. Because that's how that sport works. My nephew, the one that's going to University of Tennessee for sports management, because he wants to be a sports agent. His summer job is he's working for the rec league down there. And so I can't remember if he's a field supervisor or a coordinator or whatever, but occasionally he will have to step in and umpire baseball games. And so I was giving him the little bit of wisdom that I got when I was a young umpire, and that was big strike zone. Get the kids swinging. The coaches are happier. The game goes better. Don't be tight. And that... I don't want to know what you're grooving over the plate. Yeah, Lori went to the Kendrick concert with her son, who's a big fan. That was her little present to him, and they had a good time. Although Lori forgot that you can't, you know, take the giant Gucci purse in there. They don't allow that, so she had to put all her crap in a locker, but she got in there and shot a little video, and man, it looked like it was a real cool show. I don't know much about this artist other than he's super popular, apparently. Again, I'm an old boomer. What do I know? I worked for Uriah Heep, for fuck's sake, so these young rap guys, yeah, I got nothing. I don't know who they are. Yeah, you know who needs a Merkin? Pole Vault. He became a little deficient, so a Merkin might be in his future. No, it's got it for concerts and sporting events here. No, they really limit what you can take in. You know, your phone and yeah, very small is all you can do. Or it's got to be like in a clear bag so they can see, you know, that you're not smuggling in an Uzi or something. All right. Well, somebody who can tell you way better about this than I can, because she knows. Everybody say hi to Lori.
Hi.
Hello.
Crasha, how are you?
No, I appreciate you coming on for numerous reasons. Starting with, in the chat, how's my volume compared to Lori's volume?
Oh, yeah.
Because usually
Am I cranked?
No, I don't want you to change anything. I've been
I'm not.
working on my end because I've been too low.
Okay.
Everybody else has been normal, and I'm the problem child.
Well,
so-
the 1 second, right when I logged in, was when you were mute, and I'm cranking my speaker, and I'm muting things, and I'm like, what's going on?
That's 2 weeks in a row that I've had went
Yeah, what's going on with
like
that?
3 months without the mute, and 2 weeks in a row I've done it. So
Sad. Well, I'm a hot mess. I've been trying on wigs for tomorrow, so my hair is everywhere. I got a kink in my necklace. You look great. How's your eyes? How's the medicine? This
not great. No,
right one's looking like it's getting a little worse again. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not. Today's not been a good day in that respect. It was
sorry.
better. Now it kind of backslid for whatever reason. And
Maybe they
Yeah, I
need
went
to
to-
up the meds.
well,
Hugh says
That's
I'm
what-
louder.
you got to get a baseline, so we'll see.
Yeah, yeah.
2 weeks, we'll see how we're doing. And I mean, they got out calipers and they measured the droop and everything, so they'll be able to tell if it's making progress or not.
Trial and error. Trial and error.
Okay.
I can hear you fine, but yeah, I'm probably
Okay,
louder.
well, that's the feedback I needed. Thanks, Doc. Yeah, well, we all think Lori's hot. And has good volume, too.
Am I coming in hot?
Hot and hot.
Yeah. So my concert, Kendrick Lamar was awesome. Surprised my son, as you know. Well, I didn't surprise him. I surprised him with asking him, but he knew we were going.
Yeah.
And the only thing, well, as you know, you gave me what are you, a rookie going into a?
I did.
I haven't been
mean,
to a stadium in like so long. I didn't know. And as it is, I got like a purse like this big. I usually have a big one.
Oh,
So I went down, I had one brush, one lipstick, my cards, my keys, my smokes, my phone, well, a charger, some hairspray, perfume.
kitchen sink.
But I'm like, you have to walk like a ton of miles to get to the stadium. You park across the highway, you got to do the pedestrian walkway and all that. And we're
Yeah.
already halfway there. And a woman that works there, in the orange jacket was like, excuse me, ma'am, they're not going to let you in with that purse.
Thank
so
God
at least
they
you-
told you
at least you give me the
there. Yeah.
Well, I got the heads up there. And she goes, you can go back to your car. And I'm like, no, I just freaking hiked in boots. Like, and I said, well, what's my other option? She goes, well, they have lockers. So when I went there, I had to wait in another line for the lockers. And I had to take out, I just had that little jacket on, no pockets. And I'm like, all right, well, I had to take out my credit cards. I had to take the keys to the car. I left my cigarettes, which was a good thing. I didn't have a cigarette for like 6 hours that night, but I was having so much fun, didn't even think about it. But yeah, it was a pain in the ass. But we had good seats. And you know what, you guys, if you ever go to a concert, maybe I'm the only one that doesn't know this because I haven't been to a concert in a long time, but there's a website called View from My Seats.
Yes.
So first I asked Chat GPT because I saw what was available. I saw the price range and I said, well, this looks good. It's elevated. We don't want to be on ground level. It doesn't look too far up, so we're not in the nosebleed. And Chat GPT said that it's a great section for the price and you're elevated and you're not blocked by the stage. And then I went to a view from my seat and I said, all right, but you still never know until you get there, right? I'm like, is he going to look like a peanut? Right. And it was perfect. We were like in the club section and only 2 rows down from the doors to the club section where the whole restrooms are, the bar, the food area.
Nice.
And we were covered. It didn't rain, but we were covered. We were like the last place covered with like the lights under us. And just an amazing production he puts on. And he was there with
cool.
SZA, if anybody knows SZA. Sup, SZA? I'm so cool. I was like the hip mom there that night.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Except for, I got to tease you, okay?
Yep.
Form over function. You know
What?
you got to hike and you're wearing boots.
They were flat boots. I think I have. Yeah, I'll show you. But they were cool. So I didn't wear heels because I knew I was walking. But aren't these cute?
Sure.
And I got a red purse to go with it. So I was so mad that I had to ditch the purse. I looked really hip. But yes, by the end of the night, my feet were barking.
Yeah, I bet.
They were hurting. And then so when we got in the car, you saw the video I sent on Facebook.
Yeah.
It just 15,000 people exiting at the same time, right, guys? It's like freaking
Always.
woo. And it took forever to get to the parking lot, but then we're sitting in the parking lot and there's no attendants directing anybody. So it was just fucking gridlock. No one knew where the exit was.
Yeah.
I sat there from 11:20 to 12:30 on a Monday night, got home at 2:10 in the morning.
Nope, that's
For a
how it
40-minute
goes.
drive. It took me 3 hours.
Well, when we went to the outdoor hockey game
Yeah.
in Colorado Springs a number of years ago, the Air Force Academy was a stupid place to hold it. And Gary Bettman,
Huge.
I know you listen to my show. You're a moron, and you continue to be a moron.
That's nice.
Commissioner of the NHL, but it was a stupid place to hold the event. You could have held it.
Hi, James. Why? Because it's a big,
anyway.
huge outdoor parking lot?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't get in and out. It's very narrow. Let's review. It's the Air Force Academy, so it's a military base. So there's choke points on purpose. Game was over. We sat in that parking lot,
Mm-hmm.
for 3 hours
Oh, fucking sucks.
to get to the road to get out.
Yeah, same.
Of course, my wife and son had cleverly picked that day to stop smoking. So
So everybody's in high spirits in the car,
it
right?
was-
Yeah.
no, they really did great. When I finally got home, I had a little whiskey, but she had got us an Airbnb down there. So because my wife is
Oh,
smart, people coming down from Denver didn't get into the game until the third period because they were stuck on the highway or trying to get into the lots. So these dumbasses got in there just in time to see 10 minutes of the game, get back in their car and sit for 3 hours. So we did
Yeah,
a lot
no, I'm a
better than
good
that.
planner. I knew it was the concert started at 7, right? And they had the DJ Mustard, if anybody knows him, came out and played first at 7 before the main act. But I made sure we left early because, first of all, it's Monday and we had to leave at like 5 o'clock, right? Rush hour.
Yeah.
So we left the house at 4. I got there by 5:30, which gave us an hour and a half to chill, find our seats, check in my purse, have something to eat. We were inside and we ate. So I did that very well. And we left. It was the second to last. Well, it was right before the finale, but we heard the one song we wanted to hear, which is "They Not Like Us." They Not Like Us. If you saw the Super Bowl halftime show, it's his big song. And we left, and we still, left with the majority of the crowd. So.
Yeah. There's nothing you can do.
No.
And it's like that for every, football game or major event like that.
It was worth it, though. My son was very happy. He was psyched,
that's
singing the whole
good.
time, and he know
Well, and
every
he finished up
word.
school and he did well, so that was a nice little
did.
treat for him.
Yeah, thanks. But we were in the parking lot, and I'm like, "We're not going anywhere, kid." And he's like, "All right, I'm going to download I'm going to get all my videos together and line them up for Snapchat and Instagram." So he did that for a while, and I was like, "I'm starving." He's like, "Did you bring food?" I said, "Yeah, grab the cooler." Now I'm trying to behave, right? He goes, "Oh, what'd you bring?" I go, "There's almonds and strawberries in there." He's like, "What the fuck? No hamburgers, no French fries."
Oh. No, yeah. When Mama's changing the diet, then everybody in the proximity kind of suffers. Sorry.
You know what? He's actually following along with my healthy eating styles, and he feels really good.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Although today he went to the gym, he goes, "Can I please just go to McDonald's one more time?" I go, "No, you're going to ruin everything. You're going to feel guilty. You're going to feel like crap physically." So he's like, "Yeah,
no,
you're right."
That's the thing, boy. When you get on a little healthier eating binge and then you backslide, your body's like,
It's
bro,
the
what are you
worst.
doing? And
It's
you
the worst.
pay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I ate a Walmart burrito today. That was a poor idea.
Oh,
I'm just gonna
gosh.
say.
How's your GI track?
But let's just say it was a poor idea. And I'll leave it
All
at
right.
that.
Say no more. Say no more. Hey, Les. Who else came in? Sorry, Chris. I'll just take over here in the chat room.
Yeah, do it. Hey, Les came in, which is nice to see. Les, how you
Yeah.
doing?
I saw James Myers.
Yep, James Myers just
Right there.
joined us. So there he is. Sal's been here for a while. Sal was here long before you, just so you know.
I forgot. Today was a day of just a million things going on. And I finally was up here and I'm like, all right, I got to learn my sheet music. And your message came through. I'm like, fuck, I forgot you were even on. I'm sorry. It's like,
No, that was
your
fine.
had been on for an hour.
Well, yeah, like I wasn't sure the show was going to happen because I was not feeling great this afternoon. I got feeling better. And then I had to reboot the computer. I just couldn't get StreamYard to come up. Well, it wasn't StreamYard for a change. It was just the Mac is like, it's been a week. You need to reboot me, bro. So I did, and it got all happy.
You blame the computer. I'm sure you were on the toilet after that Walmart food.
No, that was why I was not feeling great this afternoon.
Oh, okay. Hey, Janice Lala.
Yeah, good to see you, Janice.
So who's good at
Hello.
getting knots out of necklaces? This one always knots on me, but sometimes I can slide it over. Sometimes I just break it. It's
Yeah,
so
well,
annoying.
there's a little trick to that. You gotta.
Yeah, you take it off and like put your glasses on and get it
Yeah,
out. I'm just trying to
that's
rip
the
the
main
thing
trick.
over it. Yeah.
Or just yank it and say, screw it. It was a
I
cheap
already-
necklace anyway.
Busted my real necklace. My parents got me a diamond for my 50th birthday that I wear all the time.
Oh, nice.
And it had a knot in it, and I went, and the chain broke. I still have the diamond, but the chain broke.
Oh,
So now I'm just in my Walmart goods.
yeah. Well, hey. Yeah, my wife is a big fan of the
Jewelry's okay.
Yeah, either costume or just like we love antique shopping, and she'll
Mm.
find estate jewelry, and some
Nice.
of it is really very well made, very nice, and some of it not so much, but it's vintage, and
Yeah. Stuff's
she
nice
is
to
the
look at.
accessories queen. She always leaves the house looking great. And I always
Yeah.
leave the house. Well, I'm a driver, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
I'm sure you look great too with your hair and all.
No, I look like a dude that is
Is
driving
the driver?
somebody important around.
I used to go to antique stores all the time. We used to look for little furniture. Hi, Greg.
Greg Hutto.
Like
His
cool little
boy
furniture
was
pieces and
playing
stuff.
his new guitar, and man, that guitar sounded great, Greg. He had
Is that
a
today?
little short. Yeah, it was yesterday, I think.
I said to myself today, because I was busy. Like I said, I had work and whatever was going on here. Everybody's busy, but I'm like, is it me or are people putting out more stuff lately? Because I'm like, I can't keep up. I have notifications for everybody, which is wonderful. I love that you guys are doing that. I'm just saying, it just seems like everybody's on a posting kick, which is awesome.
It
But
seems like it's a
Yeah.
little bit more, which is nice. And I have not been as visible because I've got projects. And
Yeah.
I was spending all that time on the phone and the computer just trying to unravel all the car wreck shit.
Yeah.
Finally, I've done everything I can do. It's finally down to the extended warranty people to send Bank of America what was left on the warranty, and then I'm done with it.
So what? Yeah, they totaled it,
Yeah.
but are you waiting for a check? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's the insurance company's paid off,
Yep.
and they collected the $1,000 deductible from the other guy, so
Mhm.
that's great. But I had extended warranty and service coverage, and so there was a portion of that left over. I don't know, 2 years worth or something like that, and so that's got a cash value.
Nice. I didn't realize they would refund you that. Yeah.
Yeah, they refund you part of it.
Yeah.
They take some, but whatever it is. So
That's
I'm just
good.
waiting to
Something.
find out because they're sending it directly to the loan company, and then I'll know if I owe them any money, and I can write them a check and be done with it.
Nice. Nice.
But a lot of jumping through hoops to make that happen.
Yep. Red tape is not fun, especially for car accidents.
No, bottom line is don't let old people run red lights and hit you.
I've never been,
avoid it.
well, I shouldn't say I've never been in a car accident, but you want to hear a funny story? When I first moved here, my car was a little Nissan Sentra. So it was like a roller skate as it is, right? It was
Yeah.
parked out front, which is, we don't have traffic down the street. It's an in-between street. So it's parked out front, not in my driveway. And it was like maybe 2 or 3 in the morning. Me and my husband here, crash, like glass, whatever. Like, what the fuck? We run out there. And a girl who, it's so funny because this was so long ago, and now I know her boyfriend, I know the whole situation. She apparently got in a fight with her boyfriend. I think she was high as a kite, turned the corner and flew down and didn't see my little car there and went right into it. Tried to leave the scene, and I know this because there were like tire marks or like rubber marks. Comes into my house and she's like, "Oh my God, I need your bathroom. I need your bathroom." and goes into my bathroom. I start yelling at her. I'm like, get the fuck out of my bathroom, because she's probably flushing something, right? That she didn't want the cops to see, because I already called the cops. Anyhow, long story short, the cops came and let her walk home. I'm like, they knew her. They must have known her. But then I find out, so we get the car fixed. It wasn't totaled because it was pretty new. We get it fixed, and my husband got in an accident with it the next week. So that was fun.
Yeah, it's always
It was okay,
something.
but my little Nissan, I'm like, I got to get a big car, which I did.
Well, this is the thing, and I loved that car, but it was a hoodoo. And I explained on the show, that's an old railroad term. There would
you
be
love your
engines
trains.
that the engine men thought were jinxed.
Really?
They were just in more derailments and accidents and killed people. There was just, something about some railroads would not have a locomotive 13 on their roster. They would just skip it. Because those
Like
old
elevators.
railroaders were pretty superstitious. But this car was a hoodoo. I mean, it was not even 6 months old. Worst hailstorm in my area in history. I mean, just beat the crap out of it. Got it totally repaired. It looked beautiful. They did a great job.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Then a year later, that other old woman sideswiped me. So I had to get
Old
that
people out
fixed.
there.
Yeah, old people. When I'm saying you're old, you're old. So that was in the
That's
shop
so
for
much your
3
dog
weeks, 2 new doors, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then, I'm not driven it 8 months, and then this guy hits it and wipes it out. So it just was an unlucky car.
It's a blessing. It was totaled. Start new. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I ended up with a car that's a year newer than that one, and it only has 16,000 miles on it. So, I bought a used Escape because that's
Nice.
but it's a way better vehicle.
What year is it?
It's a 2001.
2001? It was
Yeah.
driven by an old person. You're going to jinx yourself.
Well, it was driven by this guy in Utah, and he put less than 5,000 miles a year on it
That's what I mean. Like,
because he bought it in 2002. See,
it's
same
already-
thing. On my 2000, I
already
bought it
used.
in 2001.
yeah.
So it was anyway. But yeah, it just didn't have that many miles on it, so it was a hell of a good deal for me. And,
Totally, yeah.
And it's got the cold weather package, which means heated steering wheel. When it's
I have
6
that
below
too.
zero,
You need
that's
it.
not bad.
Yeah. Once you
I
have
know.
it, you like you want it all the time. Just
Well,
warm
that's it. I mean, I got gloves and everything, but I gotta say, heated steering wheel is gonna be nice this winter.
Heated seats?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not gonna, man.
They go hand in
Living where I live, I'm not gonna own a car that doesn't have heated seats.
Yeah.
My last 2 have had them, and once you get them, you can't go back.
Well,
Even if it's not cold, man, your back's a little tight. Get that seat heat on. That's kind of nice.
got to make sure you don't get swass, though. You don't want to get a sweaty ass. Swass.
Well, swamp ass. Yeah.
Swamp ass. Is it warm there now?
Yeah, it's pretty decent. It was cool. Actually, it was cool yesterday. We came home, it was like 45. But,
Oh, wow.
But it was like 70 something today. And it'll
Yeah,
be
same here.
84 tomorrow.
Beautiful.
So
I love it. It's warming up. Yeah. I woke up
Yeah.
and it was downpouring here, and I was like, ugh, like what a way to
Yeah. Well, you got my
start your
rain.
day. But then it cleared up and it was like 74, like you said, and it was beautiful.
Yeah. We'd gotten some rain. I thought my grass would look a little better, but it's, But the garden's looking good. My columbines are coming in.
I love your garden. Looks very
Yeah.
relaxing.
Yeah, it is. It's very relaxing.
Sit there in your
Especially,
Adirondack chair with what were you drinking the other day? Some fun
Well, I
drink.
was drinking what I call the summer solstice.
Yes.
It's a cocktail I've invented. It's strawberry lemonade, cherry liqueur, muddled strawberries, and vodka. And it's very
Delish and
smooth,
refreshing.
very refreshing,
Yeah.
light. Oh, it's delicious.
Puckery though, I bet.
No, there's just enough sweet from the because I like a tart lemonade, but
Yeah.
there's just enough sweet from the strawberry that it's not
Ah.
too puckery.
Offsets it.
It's
Okay.
nice and balanced.
I used to have, and I still do, if I go to a fair and that's the only thing they have, like a Mike's hard lemonade. Oh God,
those
you
are
have
all right.
two and you're like, oh God, can't have any
Yeah.
more lemons.
Yeah.
You get all pasty.
Yeah,
David's here. Hi, Live to Fly. Was he here earlier?
David has been here,
Just noticing.
and no
Good
one's-
night. Sleep tight.
inadvertently blocked him.
Who did?
I said no one's inadvertently
Oh,
blocked him. He was so funny because he accidentally timed out somebody. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago, David? He felt so bad. It's like, dude, it happens.
He doesn't have a wrench? Oh, you fired him after you timed out somebody?
No, he has a wrench.
I don't see blue.
Well, he used to have a wrench.
Maybe it does in DOMs. Do I have a wrench?
Should.
Hello, people. I can't type. Oh, I still have a wrench. All right.
Yeah, you should. Well, Dom's, yeah. I'm in Dom's, but I can't.
David, you time
Did
people
they
out.
unwrench people? Yeah, no, David's got a wrench.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I knew
I
he
don't
had a
see
wrench.
blue.
No,
Does
we
anybody
made-
else?
We made him a moderator a long time ago.
I see Coldacre has a wrench and I have a wrench,
Yep. That's right.
but I don't see David.
I don't know why it's not shown here, but it does show on Dom's channel. He is
Oh,
he is
Got it.
a certified wrencher.
You're looking at a different chat. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably why David's always in Dom's room when it was supposed to be here.
Yeah. Well,
He just likes
he's
the blue
working,
wrench
making
status.
sure that there's no scofflaws in Dom's chat. Which
Good for you, David.
I
Good for you.
appreciate it. Yeah, we did have one bozo a couple weeks ago, and he was in that chat. So
Hey, David, I'd like the plaque that work put out right near the can. What is it? You got this or something? And it's like right over the toilet. He can explain it better than me.
yeah,
Pretty sure that's what it says.
I'm behind on this story.
I saw it on Facebook. It's like, what the heck is
I've
it?
always been behind on stories.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, well, we're going to take a second. I found this song got played on Chad's show. I don't know, it was a Saturday or so ago by Poison Whales. And I dug this quite a bit.
Poison
So
does some
we're
good
going
stuff.
to hear a little something from Poison Whales right now. And this is a song called, come on, let's go, let's get it. The song is called Fools.
Nice.
Control you, control me, control all that you see. With no voice, you've no choice but fall to your knees. I mean this, I swear, I'm strong, yeah I care. It's my truth, this I know, 'cause I do as I'm told. Kiss me good night. Kiss me, 'cause I'm scared. When there's fools at the top, fools at the bottom, fools never stop to think what becomes of them. Well, I sing to myself. Yeah, there's fools at the top, fools at the bottom, fools never stop to think what becomes of them. And I sing to myself, and I sing to myself. Call people demons, we call people liars. Keep jumping through hoops that we set on fire. Why does it sting? Now why would it burn? Life gives us lessons we never seem to learn. Just running around like puppets on a string. Sense ain't that common unless it's the trend. Blinded by money, blinded by power, blinded by love that grows sour by the hour. Kiss me good night. Kiss me, 'cause I'm scared. When there's fools at the top, fools at the bottom, fools never stop to think what becomes of them. And I sing to myself. Yeah, there's fools at the top, fools at the bottom, these fools never stop to think what becomes of them. And I sing myself, and I sing to myself. Kiss me goodnight. Kiss me, 'cause I'm scared. When there's fools at the top, fools at the bottom, fools never stop to think what becomes of them. And I sing to myself. Yeah, there's fools at the top, fools at the bottom, these fools never stop to think what becomes of them. Well, I sing to myself. I sing to myself. To myself.
Yay!
All right.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that's a great song, right?
Love acoustic songs like that. Good original.
I've heard that one and love the percussive guitar playing. It's a great hook and a great vocal, just spare and sparse and gets the point across. So yeah, that one's
Clean, like I said, yes.
yeah. I like a number of his songs. That one is my favorite because it ticks a
Good
lot of my
choice.
boxes. Yeah, so wanted to play that one tonight. And that one is, again, I try and play newer stuff that people do, but sometimes I'll reach back, and I think that was a little bit older, but I don't know that many people had heard it before. So there you go.
I have not
folks.
heard it. Yeah.
Well, see, that's why I do it that way.
Love it.
Okay, that's where too damn big. There we go.
Oh, thank you. Jeez.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Because see, my eye has been bugging today, like yours, and I think I maybe ripped my contact or something because it's just killing me.
No, that's not good.
So I was going to show you guys. You want me to put a contact in for you?
Oh, yeah, please. It's always fun to watch people stick things in their eyes.
I have a friend who's like, I hate eyeballs. Don't ever do that in front of me. She hates eyeballs and she hates teeth. Okay, well, we all have both, I hope.
Well, unless you're from West Virginia.
If you go and start touching your eyeball like this, yeah, it freaks her out.
Yeah. Yeah, both my boys wore contacts, and both of them are like, yeah, we're done with that. They just...
I've had contacts since I was 14, so I'm used to them. But my eyes constantly get dry. I have allergies. They
Yeah,
constantly
and
get
that's the
dry. They
thing.
hurt. Yeah.
My youngest deals with all that. It just, at some point he goes, I'm done screwing with it.
Yeah. But I can't see in glasses. I got a new pair of glasses because, you know, when you wear contacts, you have a pair of glasses that are like 10 years old that you never wear.
Right.
So I was like, all right, I'm traveling more. I'll get a good pair just in case. But it makes me dizzy. I can wear my readers because I still have my contacts under them. But without contacts, when you put the eyeglasses on, I'm not used to not seeing the peripheral. I can't see under here. So when I walk downstairs, everything looks like warpy. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
You got to get reacquainted.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
Shelley, I hope Alice is doing okay. Sorry, Chris.
No. I'm just
trying to
looking
what?
at the chat, too.
Get new contacts? Get new glasses?
Yeah, these are... I have a prescription newer than these, but I haven't filled it because what's the point? I'm
You don't know
waiting
what...
for my eye to figure out what it's going to be.
Right.
So... And yeah, he...
oh, good.
He wrote them with a prism in there to try and correct for it. It's like, it keeps bouncing around. That's dumb. I'm not going to spend $800 on prism glasses that I can't wear.
Do you wear glasses all the time? I mean, I know you might now, but you don't need them all the time.
No, they were helping me see the screen a little bit better.
Yeah.
I should wear them when I drive because it does help with distance a little bit, but I'm finding with this, wearing the dark sunglasses actually helps more than these, even though these do have the transition lenses, but they're just not dark enough. And so I end up squinting real bad. And so it's just, I'm doing better just wearing sunglasses.
Yeah. See, I'm nearsighted, so I can see fine driving. I don't wear glasses during the day, but when I'm reading something up close, because I have the contacts in, I need to,
Yeah.
be the old lady and
Yeah, I do
Put them
have
on for the
that.
close up.
At some point here, it's going to be moot because, they'll do the cataract surgery and then I'll get new lenses and then I won't
Yeah,
need
yeah.
any of that. But
Why do it now? Yep.
yeah, but
Eyeballs, valves thrown out.
I'm a couple years away from needing the cataract surgery. I'm
Oh gosh.
at least. I mean, they've started, but that runs in my family. Everybody in my family's had the surgery. I'm the last one who hasn't. So
My
at some
dad just
point-
had it, but that's the first of my parents. And he did really well. Oh, look this. Dog paw. Sunglasses are bad for your eyes. I've done tons of research. Dog paw knows everything about everything.
And thank goodness.
Someone has to be smart in this chat because we're all dumb compared to dog paw.
Well, I'm just pretty dumb on general principle, but
Stop. Dog paw knows I'm teasing him as well.
yeah. Well,
He's just a know-it-all.
indeed. Yeah. Well, somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to know something.
Yeah. Well, sunglasses are bad for you. What if you get prescription sunglasses, the one that tint when you go outside? Those remind me like, I won't even say it because I don't want to offend anybody. Speaking of darker, remember when I came on live with you when I was in Florida visiting my friends?
Yes.
And I was on their laptop and the lighting wasn't good as it is. And I said, Chris, why is your StreamYard still on light mode? And I ask again, why is your StreamYard on light? It's just so bright.
It's not. It's on dark
It's
mode.
coming out white to me.
Well, that's on your end. You can change that.
But my StreamYard's dark. Where do I go?
My StreamYard is dark. I don't know
That's so
what to
weird.
tell you.
It's always white. And I'm like, it's just reflecting off my head.
Yeah, it's dead black. I don't know what to tell you. It's
Ah.
you. It's not me.
I believe you. I just don't know how to change it. I thought it was you, back in January when I was on.
No, it's probably in your settings. It'd be my guess, but I don't know that for sure.
I think it's a computer setting, not a. Oh, wait a
Oh,
minute.
and that could be a computer setting.
Although my computer settings always. Let's see. No, audio. Hotkey. Do you use hotkeys?
I got nothing.
I never do. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. Hey, there's Acosta.
Costa, how are you?
Yes, he's getting ready to dox several people in the chat. let people know where they are.
Yeah. Scares me. He scares me, that Costa.
Yes, this is also true. Here at a mile high, you really need sunglasses or your retinas get fried because you're
Same.
much closer
Well,
to the
not that
sun.
we're high, but yeah.
Yeah.
I have light eyes and they're very sensitive to the sun. So I wear them in the winter. I wear them in the clouds, like when I'm driving, because it feels better.
Right.
But yeah, you don't want that sun in your eyes and crash, that glare.
That's not good. And here, the way the roads are, there's times of the year that I'm looking directly into the sun and searing my retinas because we lay things out east, west, and north, south, and whatever. Hey, real quick, tell everybody about Hugh's birthday celebration.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Well, so tomorrow I'm having the hang. That's not Hugh's birthday celebration, but we are celebrating Hugh all month by at least playing one of his songs on my show. But next Friday, we're going to celebrate Hugh's birthday. So if anybody wants to come on, send me an email and say hello to him. And we might have a couple of things up our sleeves that Hugh does not know about. We just want to make it fun for him that night. Yes, exactly. So
Well, yeah, I started off by promoting it for tomorrow because I was like a week. I didn't know what week it was.
I'm confused too because I'm taking notes on both my tomorrow night show and that show.
Yeah,
but
but Hugh's, say hi to Hugh in the chat and come on the show is the 23rd.
23rd, yeah. So his birthday is next Thursday, the 21st. Or is that Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. And my show's Friday, so we want to celebrate Hugh.
There you go. The
Oh,
month of
bring the
Hugh, everybody.
Bring your
Indeed.
cake and your balloons.
So it'll be
Yeah,
good.
thanks.
It'll be fun.
Tomorrow on the show is my 50s theme. We have a do-up back and track. If anybody wants to send me something, there's still time. I already have 6, which is great.
Fantastic.
Chris Lane and I and others are all going to dress as in the 1950s. Don't you shake your head at me. You know what you're supposed to do on my panel.
No, I know what I'm supposed to do, which is why I'm not going to be on your panel.
Oh, why? You don't like the 50s? We did Grease before. Easy.
Yeah,
love the coat.
we did, but yeah, no, I'm going to actually work on our mutual project and work on some video and everything tomorrow,
Okay.
as opposed to
Fine. Forget it.
yeah, and I'll be in your chat, but yeah, I'm not going to
No, that's cool. I don't know if James got the menu.
come on
the
and,
memo.
and squint at everybody.
Yeah.
Well,
You got mad at me when we did the Brady Bunch and I didn't give you enough warning
You
to
did
dress
not give-
up. That's why I said in the chat last week, you guys have 3 days to come up with an outfit.
you did great on that, and I looked hard at it, and I went, yeah, I don't have really anything. And that's
Oh
not
God, I
really-
have so many. That's why I was trying wigs on tonight so my hair's everywhere. I don't know. I might do the high ponytail or I might do the bouffant. I'm not sure yet.
So
Tune
many
in to find out.
choices.
Yeah, too many choices.
All right. Well, I want to present this while you're here, and this will allow me to go throw some food at the kiddies real quick.
Okay.
But this is one of the latest things you've done, and James is here. So
Oh, very
tell
nice.
everybody about your cover of
Thank
Mandolin
you.
Rain.
Mandolin Rain. So James knows Kelly, who is another drummer, and they actually do collabs together where they do drum duos. And Kelly is involved with Rich Raw Dog. They're friends. And apparently Rich Raw Dog actually does like a theme every month. And so I think this was 80s week. James, correct me if I'm wrong. But anyhow, so James heard it and said, okay, this would be great with just, and Kelly sings, by the way, too, as a drummer, he sings.
Right.
He's like, this would be great with just us, but I think that piano's great. Let me ask Laurie. So I was really touched that he asked me, but second of all, I was like, it's such a hard piano. I laughed at him. I go, you want me to play Bruce Hornsby? I go, you know how hard his piano is? But I learned it. And I think I did okay. I'm not a Bruce Hornsby, but I think I did okay. And James graciously decided to take on the video. I'm usually the video person, but they asked me to be in the collab, so I didn't take over. I let them do their thing. And he did a fantastic job on the video. And Kelly, it was so great to meet him. Great voice. So he's singing in this, not playing the drums. James is playing the drums. And we already have another song that is coming out at the end of this month.
Beautiful. Well, let's check it
Great
out.
Thank
Bruce
you.
Hornsby and the Range, Mandolin Rain.
Thank you,
with
James.
Laurie and James.
The song came and went like the times that we spent hiding out from the rain under the cuddable tent. I laughed and she'd smile. It would last for a while. You don't know what you got till you lose it all again. But listen to the mandolin rain. Listen to the music on the lake. Listen to my heart break every time she runs away. Oh, listen to the banjo wind, a sad song drifting low. Listen to the tears roll down my face as she turns to go. A cool evening dance, listening to the bluegrass band, takes the chill from the air till they play the last song. And I'll do my time, oh, keeping you off my mind. But there's moments that I find I'm not feeling so strong. Listen to the mandolin rain. Listen to the music on the lake. I'll listen to my heart break every time she runs choice I made long ago. Listen to the mandolin rain. Listen to the music on the lake. Oh, listen to my heart break every time she runs away. Oh, listen to the banjo wind, a sad song drifting low. Listen to the tears roll down my face as she turns to go, as she turns to go. Listen to the mandolin rain. Whoa, whoa, oh. Listen to the tears roll down my face as she turns to go. Listen to the tears roll down my face as she turns to go. Listen to the mandolin rain.
All right, just outstanding. Really,
Thank
really
you.
good.
Thank you, James. He did an awesome job on that.
No, everybody killed it.
Sure.
I mean, vocally, that was really well done. You sounded great on the piano and the
Thanks.
strings and even the little
Needed to add the strings in.
the hint of mandolin in there, which is in the original because
The mandolin we took from the backing track.
yeah,
We cannot
of
take
course.
any credit for that. Yeah. No one had a
Well,
mandolin.
that's an instrument. I love the sound of that instrument. And
Yeah. It's pretty.
one of my favorite bands is a band that used to be called Mandolin Orange. They're
Ooh.
now called Watch House, but it's a
That's
husband and
kind of
wife.
clever. Instead of mandarin
then-
orange, mandolin orange.
Yeah, and I've seen them several times in concerts. Husband and wife, they're great folk artists, but love
Yeah.
the sound of that. An instrument on my hit list to learn to play one of these days. And
Really? Good for you.
yeah, I keep trying. I just haven't found the right mandolin to buy, and as soon as I do, I'm gonna get after it because I love the sound of it.
Who has one in our community? I need a mandolin player. I want to say that Mr. Rock always has one in the background. I don't know if he uses it though.
Yeah,
I think a tiny one in the background or something, maybe.
yeah. I don't know anybody.
Oh, Hugh
that-
has one, but he can't play
Yeah, I
it.
know Hugh has one, but
I can't play so good, man.
I don't play well.
No, he doesn't care. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who anybody else does, but I love the sound of that instrument.
Very cool.
Yeah,
I love how
that's-
James put
I
my
think
head
it's
floating
for
in the parking lot and
decoration. I think Mr. Rock's kind of
Probably,
the same boat.
yeah.
It's like for decoration.
Sitting in the background. Maybe an antique that you don't want to touch.
Yeah. Well, it is a little hard because the tuning's different than guitar and, doubled strings, which doesn't bother me. But yeah, it's I can't remember the tuning off the top of my head. I think the first string is a B
Oh,
or
Sorry,
I think
ring.
the intervals are the same as guitar, but I think it's so I don't. But a lot of the chords don't work. Hey, David, thanks for hanging out and thanks for doing a little bit of modding. Appreciate you, man.
Good night, David. Hope everybody behaved on Dom's channel. It's just you there, probably.
Yeah,
No, I know.
people come and go.
Yeah.
It's all right. But yeah, that's Dom when he does his show, he's got to sneak out and smoke and get a drink and everything. I got to sneak out and feed the cats.
Yeah.
But
Well,
made it back. So
I was gonna say I'm here to help, but if you popped me out of the room, I wouldn't be able to pop myself back in. So
yeah. Exactly. Yeah, you could have sat there and went,
Yeah.
what's going to play next?
what's gonna roll? So yeah, I never played the guitar. I never had a desire to, but it's just because I was tossed into piano lessons, so I never thought about it. But it would be fun. I've always said I wanted to learn the bass because I just love the way a bass sounds. I love,
Amen.
right? I love, especially right, the funk music of the 80s or the disco music. I just want
Oh, yeah.
to slap it. That sounds
Yeah,
dirty.
that's one of those things that I can do it, but as a rule I don't. It's
Yeah,
just
well.
not my thing. I do.
But I
love
mean, my
the sound.
Yamaha, I can make so many different bass sounds. I can do an upright bass. I can do a jazz
Yeah.
bass. And I love learning the left hand, the bass part of songs. I'm just do, just the deepness of it. So
Yeah.
But-
well, that's it. It gives
I am
there for
team
that
bass. Yeah.
foundation.
I've always said though I have to cut my nails if I did any string instrument like that, and
Yeah. That's a no.
I like my nails. Yeah,
Team bass. That's right. Let's go,
team
Rubs.
bass. Yeah, nothing against guitars. I love guitars, but if I was to learn a string instrument, it would be bass. I think it'd be easier. No offense, but I mean, I know how to read bass, and
Well, it's
I would hear
easier
the-
in the sense, as a rule, you're playing single notes versus chords. But
that's
but there's
to learn. I mean, yeah,
there's a lot of technique. Yeah, it's
technique. Yes,
and little strength and prowess and reach and everything. But yeah, that was my first instrument. Still, I consider myself a bass player, even though
yes, you do.
most people see me on guitar most of the time. But yeah, I'm a bass player.
But you're also a singer. You do everything.
A little bit, yeah.
I have to redo our song, so I will work on that hopefully this weekend.
Okay.
I've been, I don't know. I would start to do music, and I find I have too much going on with other things right now
So
to
that happens.
continue the music. So I'm kind of like on a. I started. I'm like tonight. I've been trying to tell myself to do a song, or try to start to practice a song all night, and then I keep doing something different. So, and I was going to do it before you went live, and I'm like, oh well, Chris is live. Let's just
great.
save that for another night.
Well, that's been, Friday was once upon a time my most productive night, but I got in the habit of hanging out with you because it's a lot of fun.
Thanks.
And,
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes things can wait. I just
Yeah.
this one's going to take me a little while to learn because it's not just straight sheet music. I have to improvise because of the way we're going to play the song. So I think that's part of my. I don't really feel like starting this right now.
Yeah. I hear you. Well,
If I get sheet music, I'll just stand up there and play it and practice it, no problem. But when I have to think late at night after a long day,
yeah.
not so easy.
Well, that's why I started sketching out and vocally. There's a smirk and a delivery that I've got to get down or it's not going to work. And
Yeah,
I got
you
a
know
little
what you're
ways there,
doing.
but
Yeah.
but I really got to learn the lyrics so I don't have to just read them. That I don't have to think about them because that's the only way I'll get the delivery the way I need to get it.
Yeah.
But it'll be if this works like I think it's going to work. It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun.
It'll be fun. Although, did I tell you I don't even have anybody for like the other instrument yet? We can talk about this offline, but
Yeah, we can figure it out.
although I said to my son the other day that last year for a Mother's Day present, I think he did take on me for me, because he's so busy. So I don't ask him to help
Yeah.
with collabs. And I said, oh, for Mother's Day, maybe you can do drums on this one. And right away he said, yeah, I could do that.
Well, maybe so.
But when he went to school, he cleaned out his room. So his drum set's there, but he unmiked everything. All the mics are put away in kits and the cord. And he's like, and then my computer's not working, my Logic Pro. So I'll have to get him to put the mics on and see if he'll do that. He's only here a couple more weeks before he has to go off to where he lives with his band. So
Yeah. Well, we'll see if we get happy with what we do here in the next couple weeks, then we can add in the
Yeah.
other folks.
that'll be a no-brainer. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
And bass player jokes. You had enough of them last week. Well, whatever. Guitar jokes,
Yeah, well, for sure, you got to have those.
the dad
You know,
jokes.
the dad jokes, drummer jokes. There's all kinds of good ones.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm with you, Hugh.
I hear ya.
When I did, and I want to thank you for doing that little clip of my live performance on your show. 'Cause
Oh, me?
I haven't really done a lot of the shorts.
Yeah.
but I've done a couple.
You know, if it
now.
generates good ones, I might as well send them to my
God
friends who
dang, they get a
attend the
lot of
course.
views. I mean, you know.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, it's like almost 2,000 views on
Did you?
show. Yeah, it's crazy.
Love that. Love that.
Yeah, which, you know, for what, a minute or whatever it is.
Minute or less. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Now, this was interesting because one of the comments was, you know, that you kind of sound a little happy for a song about depression.
I saw that.
And I thought, bro, you have no idea. It's all perspective. And I probably did sound a little happy because I could sing it.
Yes,
A
exactly.
couple weeks ago, that
I'm worried about that.
That was looking pretty dicey.
Did you know that person?
No.
Oh.
And,
So I
and
thought,
that's the
I
thing.
thought they were just being funny, but if you don't know them, then they were just kind of
No,
weird.
I don't know that person. And I mean, they weren't wrong. I guess I was probably, it
Well, you
was a
weren't, like,
little
smiling
upbeat
or
performance
laughing.
for, you know, but hey, I was just happy to be able to sing it.
I love the one, I forget who said it, but it was one of the comments before that, because I like to read other people's comments too.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I don't know if I to love this or I hate it, but either way, you did a great job on it. And of course, my retort was the classic. I don't know whether to love your comment or hate it, but either way, I'm glad you made it.
That's what I laughed at. I don't know if you saw it. I replied to yours, not to his, and I'm like, that's hysterical.
Yeah, I have fun with it.
So there you go. Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely interesting, and I'm definitely going to try and, you know, clip and do a few more shorts because, again, they do get some eyeballs, and again, I'm not particularly looking for a lot of eyeballs, but it would be nice if people get a little taste of your channel who don't normally see, and then maybe go check out some of the other stuff and see some of the people.
That's it. You're reaching a broader audience.
Yeah.
And they might want to come over, or they might
just
not.
a little outreach.
It's fun. Shots. Well, I did, you know, when I was at the concert all night long, I'm videoing for myself, not for YouTube, but I was in horizontal. And I did one selfie of me and my son. I turned around so you could see the stage, and that happened to be vertical, and it was 30 seconds long. I said, well, I'll throw it up as a short.
Perfect.
I did hashtag Kendrick Lamar, got 1,500 views. So I was like,
yeah, exactly.
Don't forget to do your hashtags, people, on your shorts.
Do your hashtags, yeah.
Your hashtags, yeah, and your tags, anything like that.
My hashtag game is very good, but I'm learning.
James says his shorts fuck up my algorithms, which is funny. But James, I believe you, James, because you have studied, not a lot, but he knows a lot about how to make your channel do better or whatever the algorithms do. I just throw out shit whenever I want to throw it out. I don't. I might be screwing up my channel. I don't know, but I'm like, I'm going to put a short out. Oh, I'm going to go live. Oh, I'm going to do it. I don't have a schedule.
I do. No.
Yeah, me either. Not that it's bad that you do. I think it's great that you know as much as you know, and you keep track of like what's good for your channel and what isn't. I just I don't.
Yeah, I get in the analytics every once in a while and go, a lot of guys like my channel.
Yeah.
That's it. No, I don't. I haven't learned a whole lot more than that. My audience skews more male than female. Shocker.
Well, mine is too.
And
shocker. The 50 to 60 range.
Yeah.
I'm like, where are the 25-year-old men watching me?
They're
no.
Yeah.
They don't want to see this old lady. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's the thing, you know, if you're paying attention to that stuff, and I know that guys really get into this and they're experts at it. And again, I'm doing this to F around. I don't know that doing this show does anything for my music or my music does anything for this show or anything. It's just things that I do.
Exactly. It's fun.
And it is, yeah.
And I'm not knocking anybody who takes their channel serious or anybody who is doing it to get their music out there even more. I think that's wonderful too. It's just not what I do.
No, I got respect for people who work at it.
Yes.
And,
yeah. Hi, Jaden.
Just a goof.
New name in the chat room.
Okay. There you go. Got the lineup. Good deal. Yep, so Pole will be on. We'll have Valerie. We'll have Pole and Sunshine. We'll have you. We'll have Jade's. Where is Jade walking? Do we know?
I didn't see. I didn't see the placeholder.
Either, but I've not been on much today.
I haven't been on much this week. I've missed a lot of her live streams, and I just can't believe it's already Friday.
Well, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
I started the show with the one that caught my eye that she did the plug-in that sounds like the Tom Schultz Rockman. God, I want that plug-in bad, but it's got to come up with $140.
Fatty.
40. Not
Yeah, and
50.
Smith will probably be on at some point, right? He's on.
Yeah, Smith is for sure on. I don't know. I assume it's the Smith Valerie, but I don't know that for sure. Of course,
Yeah,
I assume Brenda is streaming. She's traveling, but I assume she's streaming. And of course, Independent Mini is always on. So all of that, and then final, you got Leela and Hubs, then Leela.
Yeah.
So everybody. So it'll be a great night of entertainment.
Fun time.
And yeah, and I'm catching a lot of it and going to bed sober on Fridays because I'm just not feeling like I want to power through any particular amounts of whiskey. So my wife knows that. She goes,
Power through the whiskey.
She goes, ain't much drinking going on and ain't much eating going on. And go, yeah, you're right. The
Wow.
medicine is
Oh,
jacking me
Jade,
up.
there's Jadey. Hi, Jade.
There's Jade.
Lurking and working.
Okay, there we go.
The
Well, a
mania.
tram museum. You had me at tram. I'm all about it. Okay, excellent. I loved when she went to the Puffing Billy. Although, again, drop my name or whatever. Get a cab ride. If you're going to be around a steam locomotive, you got to ride in the cab.
Yeah, the Yard Trail sounds familiar. She must have brought it up or showed us at one point because that sounds familiar to me in one of the episodes.
Yeah, so good to see Jade. I commented on the Rockman, or no, Dude Man, whatever it is. Damn it. God, I got a mind like a steel trap.
I was like, what?
Definitely
on a Jade show.
Dude, the Rock Dude X1000. I played a little bit of that. Just
Oh,
so
okay,
you could
Dave.
hear that. Yeah, that's cool plug-in. I want one. I want one bad.
I don't use plugins for music anyhow. Ba-dum-bum.
Whoop, I use a lot. You know what? I've just now edited myself. It was coming out. I went, nope, don't do it. Abort.
It's all right. We already know what you were going to say.
But I didn't do it.
Okay.
Give me credit. I didn't do it.
You stopped yourself. Yeah.
I did.
Too funny.
Okay, so it is.
Plug-in.
That was kind of the debate. Is it a walk with me or a bike with me? So this will be a bike with me this week. So fantastic. And yeah, I use a lot of plugins. I don't buy a lot of plugins. As a matter of fact, the only plugins that I've actually spent money on were ones that Jade recommended. Jade doesn't necessarily recommend, but features and said this is what it can do, and there was a couple of them. Vocal cleaner that I use fairly frequently because it's a good plugin. So yeah,
I never even really knew the concept of what plugins mean. I still kind of don't because I edit videos. I don't edit
well, right. I mean, it's
vocals
just
or
like
music or anything.
if, a guitar player has all the pedals and you stomp on them.
Yeah.
That's what a plugin is. It alters.
Wait,
the
so you
signal
take your
in some
music?
way.
All right, this is for dummies. I'm sure I'm the only one here that probably doesn't know this. You take your music, you download it, and then it's like an effect.
Yeah, it's often an effect.
Plugin is an effect. All right.
Yeah.
So I can
alters
download
the
a
signal
song
in some way. It can add gain. It can be a compressor. It can be reverb. It can be a flanger. It can be a chorus or a delay or a
flanger.
on.
Sounds so dirty. So
Flanger.
flanger.
Yeah. Remember to cut your flanger. So
Can you just do it on a waveform or does it have to be MIDI?
No, either doesn't matter. Doesn't care. Just taking this. It just takes whatever the signal input is and
Flange.
does its thing. Yeah.
Plug it in. Or anybody know the Glade air freshener commercial? That's the jingle for Glade. Plug it in. Something like that.
I do. And those things are horrible.
Oh, yeah. It smells like grandmother's toilets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Harry smoking those cigars again?
There you go. Imagine a guitar pedal, but it's a program that you in your computer.
Okay.
Just as simple as that.
I think I won one once as your Patreon, Jade, and I'm like, what do I do with this? I gave it away though at a race. I was nice. I gave it away.
Well,
I
that's
don't
the
really know
thing.
what to do with it.
Whenever I can go to the Saturday show, I hang out and listen to the mastering and all that good stuff. And then it's time for the giveaway. It's like, all right, bye. Because, a lot of times it's...
I just want to be in the race. I don't care if I win or not. I just want to see myself race. It's fun to win because then I can give it to somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could do that.
It's a software effect. Yeah, okay. I get it.
But yeah, it's mostly iOS apps or plugins, which I can't use. So I would have to give it away to somebody because it does me no good.
Give it away, give it away, give it away. Y'all.
Just
see,
I have somebody who's going to use it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I had
I love overdubbing some flange.
Well, back in the day, I mean, some bass players use a lot of pedals. I didn't use hardly any, but I had a chorus and had a flanger. That was it. And after a while, I quit using the flanger, and then after a while, I quit using the chorus. And it's like I'm just.
What's the flanger do exactly? What's it sound like? Is it like a reverb thing?
No, it alters the tonality. What's the best way to describe a flanger?
Does it make it wet?
No, it takes
Moist?
like the signal, like it moves. It's like.
Oh, so it's like a what do they call it? A arpeggiator? What?
Yeah, it's not like an arpeggiator because it doesn't change the note or anything, but it just changes the tone of it shifts, and it shifts a certain amount depending on how you set it.
Okay.
It's one of those things.
It modulates.
If somebody said, this is what a flanger sounds like, and you listen to it, you go, got it. It's very distinctive. You would know exactly what it is, but kind of hard to describe. Yeah. Where's Coldy? Pedal Bros time.
Pedal Bro time, yeah. When he gets out of work, I'm sure you guys will be flooding the chat room with pedal talk going forward. But I do have to wrap it up, Chris. It is 10 of 1 here, and I need to...
No, I think it's a perfect time to wrap it up.
I don't want to make you end, but...
Well, no, because I want to end.
Excellent. Smart.
And I got to find that last song that I wanted to play. No,
Creates a swirling jet-like sound.
Oh, my God. That really, really hurt.
Sorry.
Don't ever do that again. Oh my God.
But was I right?
Yeah, that was.
Was that loud?
Oh my, yes.
I guess if you have earphones on. Did I blast everybody?
Yes.
Good night, everybody. Lori Vita.
Yeah, I had people, and now I don't.
What is it? Play anything.
Oh, I'm just trying to find something to play.
Yeah, play anything.
Well, you know what? Here, I've got, I'll do this one. This was clipped from your show. You were very nicely sent this, and it's kind of got an abrupt start and abrupt end, but so the hell what? We'll do this one from, and those of you who don't know, I will play live occasionally on Lori's show. Vince Janella always does. Sometimes Hugh does. Others have. Brad, example, has. So sometimes you get a little live entertainment on Lori's show in addition to jokes, trivia, games, and general tomfoolery.
Thank you. Yeah.
So it's a fun place to hang out.
Tomorrow we're going to have Cover by CQ come and sing because he is so good at the 50s and tomorrow's 50s theme. So he's going to, I hope he can. He came on last week for the very first time, but he was babysitting his grandchildren who was sleeping because it's like 6 a.m. in the morning his time when I go on.
Yeah, it was.
But he said he wanted to come on tomorrow, so hopefully he's there. I know Mr. Smith showed some interest last week for wanting to come on this week, so we'll see.
That would be great.
There are funny jokes, Jade. Yes.
Sometimes yes.
Depends on your humor. Yeah.
Indeed. Well, this is a clip from Lori's show of me playing and one of my original songs, and we'll leave you with this. As always, great to have everybody here. Appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you tomorrow. in all the chats.
Thanks, Chris.
Be well, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Faded, respect for you has dissipated. Really thought you were my friend, but soon it all began to end. Got no time for play pretend. You seem to think that I need you, but you're wrong, and there's nothing I can do. But I've moved on, survey the mess that you have made. Can't you see I'm gone? You can fight the shot, did you not? Seem surprised when I said goodbye. Jaded, jaded, anticipated. Jaded, I'm jaded. Forgiveness is overrated. I dropped everything to run your race, just to have it thrown back in my face. Don't you know you're easily replaced? You seem to think that I need you, but you're wrong, and there's nothing I can do. I've moved on, survey the mess that you have made. Can't you see I'm gone? Dissatisfied, was it your pride that God denied? So you burn inside. Faded, faded, and now humiliated. Faded, faded. You should have appreciated. Like a child, you left and you went home, and now you sit there all alone. Was it worth the hate you've grown? You seem to think that I need you, but you're wrong, and there's nothing I can do. But I've moved on, survey the mess you have made. Can't you see I'm gone? I drink whiskey, you tell lies, you cheat on me, it ain't no surprise. You don't shut your mouth, you don't shut your thighs. So I drink whiskey when you tell lies. Started on the day we said I do, and you swore that your love was true, till you had to judge my best man too. And then you took on all the cleaning crew. From that day it went from bad to worse. A cheating woman's nothing but a curse. Do I become the man that I abhor? Just a lonely drunk who's married to a whore. So I drink whiskey and you tell lies. shut your thighs. So I drink whiskey when you tell lies. No more lies. Working in your daddy's company. Bust my hump while he lies and cheats and steals. Made me partner and that's alright with me. I have sold the company stocks to the Chinese. With that pile of cash I think I'll go. Make my way on down to Mexico. Take it easy and I'll take it slow. With a lovely senorita who's not a hoe. And I'll drink whiskey while you still lie. And I'll watch a beautiful sunrise. I left your ass with no goodbyes. And I'll drink whiskey when you still lie. I'll drink whiskey, maybe some tequila, but I won't miss you. Hey bartender, tres whiskeys por favor. Mucho gracias, hombre. Keep the change. And hey, how about a round for all my new amigos? How's that sound, everybody?